Welcome to Mining the Maximo database. This lesson we're going to talk about QBRs, but we're going to drill down a little bit deeper. To change things up a little bit, I'm going to go into labor reporting instead of work order tracking. But generally, the points that I'm making in this lesson will pertain to any application that you're creating a QBR for. So here I am, I'm in labor reporting, and I have a list here. And first of all, I'm going to go into advanced search and go look at my where clause and just see exactly what the default where clause is for this application. And you can see that the enter date, if it's greater than the sys date, which is now basically, minus 90. So in other words, it's saying anything where the enter date is 90 up to 90 days ago. And then site ID is MST1, which is pretty much standard for just about everything. It's Missouri S&T. So anyway, that's what the default where clause is for this this application. Now, we've talked about writing QBRs, and we know that we can do certain things and we can filter on certain things. But I'm going to use advanced search a little bit today and show you how we can set up a query by entering criteria in our filter and then transfer that over to a QBR. So I'm going to go into advanced search, and I'm going to use the start date, end date. Recall that this is the only place you can do it when you're entering queries. And I just want 1 month's worth of data, and I'm going to hit find, and then I'm going to go over here, go to my where clause, and I'm going to see here my enter date is still there, and then the start date is here. So this is that date range where clause. What I'm going to do here is something a little bit advanced. I'm going to get rid of this. I don't really want that anymore. It doesn't really pertain to this because I'm specifying exactly 1 month. And 90, 120 days from now, I still want this report to work. So I'm going to go ahead and just get rid of that and then hit find. And now that query is in there the way that I want it. You'll notice I have about 1,763 records so far. Okay, now I'm going to create a QBR. You'll notice that since I have a listing, it's already choosing summary. It's pre-selected and grayed out to where I can't do anything else. So I'm going to go ahead and select, and you'll notice that I have a different object here and different fields. So for this has to do with labor. I want to get labor code. As you can see, that's this here, work order. And in this, work order is not WONUM, it's RefWo, or a reference work order, and they call it activity. I don't know why, but nonetheless, RefWo. I'm going to do GL, and there's my GL debit account. And also, I want to see my regular work hours. And notice how I'm doing this little filter here just to get it to pop up. And also overtime, which is premium. And it's premium pay hours. That's the one I want. And then last but not least is I want the line cost. In other words, how much this is costing. And there's line cost, so I'll go ahead and put that in. So there's my 6 fields that I want in my report. I'm going to go ahead and go to Format, and I want to filter here. I want to make this to where I can choose what labor code I want to report on for that month. And I'm also going to uncheck single value. What this means is that I can enter in a query with commas, etc. And when I do that, it's going to be able to handle multiple criteria on that single line. I want this grouped, and I want to group it by labor code. In case I have more than one labor code entered in, it will separate those and put them in groups for me. And I want to sort these on the GL debit account, so each grouping will be sorted that way. I'm going to name this and hit Save Report. Now I do want to show you one thing before we go and submit this. Let me go back to Select. Apply the current query and filter from the application. I have that checked. What that means is it's going to take that where clause that we talked about, and it's going to embed that inside the code for this report. Now a couple things. First of all, that's the only way you can do a date range, and there are other things that you may want to use this for in that aspect. Also, it's not editable. In other words, once I save this, I can run it anytime I want, but if I want to change that date, I can't do it. It's embedded into the code in a way that you can't go back and get it. It's saved as the current query of this. So just wanted to let you know that. When I go to submit now, here's my labor code, and I'm going to enter in a couple guys there because I can. It's not a single value, and I'm going to go ahead and submit. It's going to save for me. Anytime. And here we go. And here's my summary. It's grouped by labor code. And here they are. I have the information I need, and it's also sorted by GL debit in each group. Page 2 and page 3, and you can see down here I have the saved where clause, which is this one right here, has the date range in there, and then the dynamic where clause, which is the entry from the parameters. And there it is. Part 2 of this lesson, I'm going to go in and show you how to enter in totals and things like that.